Hello, Darklings.
Hello, everyone.
It's the Vapor Miss, Andy and Julie.
Yet more vape mail.
Yes, we keep getting it through.
We haven't had any for 2 days now. 3 days, because it's been snowing.
Yes.
So this is before then.
Yes. I've been testing this for a little while. It must be said. This is what I have.
It doesn't. Have we got a torch to sort of?
No.
It looks rather dark.
I know, but you're looking at it on a very small screen.
Okay.
When you're looking at it on a big screen, it's better.
Wait
a minute, that's probably upside down. Ah! Fingers, cooperate. It's a Tesla. That's probably upside down. I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I think. Is it a palm tree?
Right.
Is it a palm tree?
Yeah, it's a T.
Yeah.
Now, I got this through direct from the manufacturer at Youngjune.
Yeah, they sent him a sonic screwdriver by mistake.
Yes. It is a little bit bigger than what I thought it would be, and I must be honest there. You know, it kind of grips well in your hand, but to give you an idea on its size, this is a e-cig Z-Max. And you can see on that one that it's quite a little bit...
Proportionally, it is chunkier.
Chunkier. But it's also incredibly light. It is an alley construction on this one. And as you can see, the walls on it are pretty thick on there with a spring. But it is very light to actually hold and put together. Now it does have a little bit of a rattle, which is a button there, which is absolutely fine. And this has been used an awful lot, hasn't it, since it fell on my doorstep?
It's for you especially. It is easier for you to hold than something like that. That for me, I can hold it, but Andy can't. His fingers actually will not physically curl that small.
No, I have to kind of activate the button with my thumb.
I've dropped things.
Are you making a mess on my desk? Trust me, you can't see my desk. It's probably just as well.
Yeah. Me make a mess. Anything I do to your desk would tidy it up.
18650 battery. What did I just say?
18650.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Old age. Right, there you go, that's the battery. Now, you will find on this, it's going to be quite hard to actually do this, but when you screw it on, because obviously the battery's going in the way I'm actually showing this, your Tesla icon will come up across the back. Now, it won't actually activate on there until you depress that 5 times, so that switches it on.
Standard 5 clicks on. Ta-da!
Tesla! And then it will come up with the scrolling system on. I've often said they need to get little voices on these, like beep, powering up, master, or something like that. It'd be absolutely cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You try ramping up the voltage on a low resistance atomizer. I'm sorry, Captain, I cannot do that. It's the lithium crystals I cannot take anymore. I think I just walked over someone's copyright there. Sorry. Anyway. I have this set, or I have had this set up for wattage. It's a vari-volt or a vari-watt. So it either goes from 3.0 volts up to 6 volts. Alternatively, you can put it into power mode, which is wattage, and it goes up to 15 watts on there. Now I haven't actually had the guts to actually try it on the 15 watts. Usually I hang around the 7 as it's set at the moment on there, as you can see. The sort of thing, but that's because I've been using an eye clear on it. More about that on a different review. Now, one of the things you will find on this is that if you've got like the MT3s, fuchsia, one that fuchsia, it's not pink. You couldn't get much more pink than that, could you? Just be honest. It ain't going to fit on there because of the end cap. So bear that in mind. You may need adapters. So you're going to be using stuff like that on there. One thing which I do like about it is the centre pin in there is spring loaded, so it goes down as well as up. Obviously it's spring loaded, so it means it negates the problems that you can have, the non-firing, because the ATI won't go down far enough, or
the pin has slipped down a bit and you have to get little tiny pliers in, or
so it actually negates that. It makes a much better contact around it. But all in all, I mean, it's quite nice. I'm not really too keen on those
slots.
On the slots.
Are they actually sealed? Is there a piece of perspex?
No, that's it.
Or is that
straight through to the battery.
Ooh.
Now, if a battery vents, I'd rather it vented down the bottom. And there are vent holes down the bottom there, as you can see. So if the battery should decide it doesn't like you anymore, or life in general, and decides to power out of this world. So I'm not too keen on that. And the other reason I'm not too keen on it is I have found with some of the larger AW batteries, i.e. the black ones there, you protect it, tends to swivel around, and it does tend to take off the stickers on the battery. Now if it takes off the stickers on the battery, then it's obviously stands a chance of damaging the battery over time. So I'm not particularly over keen on that, I must admit.
The aesthetics as well. You know, if you've got on this side here, that's you may be able to see it. It's got the lettering of the battery, and you know, if it's a black battery with bright yellow and red lettering, it's not going to look that good, is it?
I mean, that's a Panasonic in there at the moment.
It's a very
what I use. It is a minor one. It's its looks, and I know a lot of people aren't going to like that one. I would rather that was sealed and the vents trusted down the bottom, because you know that's not near my hand. That's one thing that did sort of concern me straight off. Is if the battery vents, is it going to be venting through there when you're gripping the PV? Because you don't grip a PV like really light in your fingers. You grip like that. So I'm not really too.
It isn't going to stop you using it though, is it?
Good God, no. Okay, so let's have a look at the Tesla menu system, which is really very simple to operate for even the beginner. Obviously you have your standard minus and your plus buttons, which you can use to increment your voltage or your wattage up and down. Now you will notice that I am using a very professional prop here, and the reason for that is the fire button on this device is underneath, so obviously when I was clicking those buttons it would be firing, which is not really what you want to see. Okay, so your plus button here, obviously you can take your wattage down, which is what I have it set on. +1 will take it up. As I say, very simple to operate, self-explanatory. I'll just move it back up there a bit. Now if you press your minus button down for 2 seconds, it will show you 4.1 volts on this case, which is the voltage I have left in the battery at the moment. If you press and hold in the plus key for 2 seconds, that will tell you the current ohmage of the atomizer that is fitted on the unit at the moment. And in this case, as you just saw what it was there, because I didn't, because I'm too busy doing a talk over. Yeah. Now with this one, if you hold in the plus key for 8 seconds, it's slightly long, I must admit. I'm used to 5 seconds, but this one is 8 seconds. You will get into the menu proper. Now as you can see, you have power and voltage, which is your first option, voltage being obviously volts, your power being your watts, which is what I have mine set at. Now it only stays up for a couple of seconds. Whatever that display is showing at the end time is what it will set itself as. So we'll just hold it in for another 8 seconds, get back into the menu, and now I'll cycle it across properly. So if I wanted to power, which I do, I'd leave that there till that disappears. I am now set on watts, I'm sorted, and I'll tell you something about that towards the end as well if I can remember. Let's get back into it again and we'll cycle through. So there you go, press the plus key to cycle through the different menu options. So you can see you've got power, voltage, LCD display, LCD on and off. LCD on and off is obviously on and off. Number 2 there, the LCD display, will show you what it will display to you when you press the fire button. So you can have it set for volts remaining in the battery, what your ATI connector is, and what you're actually using the power at, which is how I set it. So as you can see, it is a very simple one. Obviously there I've got it set at 8 watts, which for a VV Nova with a 2.4 on it is just about my sweet spot. Now what I was going to say is when you take the battery out, if it's set on watts or power, it will remember your setting when you change the batteries. Conversely, if you have it set for volts, when you change the battery it will not remember and revert back to default, which is 3.0 volts. So you'll have to ramp it up to where you like it. Okay, but there you go. It's a very simple menu system. And it works extremely well. So there you go, the menu system. It's really simple, isn't it?
I don't know, I didn't see it. I was
doing a voiceover. There was another reason for that as well. the more observant of you will notice that something has changed.
Like our clothes,
yes,
the chair, my hairstyle, the lot. This is a week later. No, it's 10 days later.
The reason for that is that I got a call once. A certain little vendor, who shall remain nameless, hello Daz, over at Safer Sigs, gave us a call and said, "You've got a Tesla? Let me have it for a week." It's like, "But it's my Tesla. I don't want to." And he's like, "Give it to me." So it was like, "Oh, give it to me." I was like, "All right, that's all right." Because he's very assertive.
You should have seen Tesla's that big, packaging like that, like that. I mean, he had more flipping bubble wrap around that thing than my Christmas present had.
That was just a ribbon. No, never mind. Pure mind. Now, yes, Dad's at Safer Six. He had this for a week. So I thought, well, I'll wait and see, and what he says, what his views are, and then when I get it back, I shall do the finishing touches to this.
Ta-da!
Yes, but yes, Daz likes them, so they are going to be stocked in the UK by Daz at Safer Sigs as soon as the Chinese come back from their New Year's holiday, which should be the 15th of February. So 15th of February, shipping time towards the end of February. These will be available in the UK. I don't have a price for you. Wait and see. But I'm over the moon with it. I absolutely love it, and I'm glad I've got it back. I'm amazed he sent it back because he quite liked it.
Yeah, don't worry. We'd have found an excuse to go down to... Where the hell does he live?
Down in Somerset somewhere.
Yeah. We'd have found an excuse to go down there and...
Third tractor from the right, I think he is. Near a cave. Or is it some old...
Shut up, you.
Right.
He's gonna hit you when he sees you at the next vape meet.
He's got to catch me. I'm putting a turbocharger on my power chair. Right. We shall leave you now. Now we've been able to finish the
review.
things.
Yeah.
So for this one, absolutely superb unit. Me and Julie, the Vapor Miss, will say...
Ta-ra for now.
Bye.